What's the biggest plot twist you've seen in real life? During the last year of my grandfather's life, he had dementia and was struggling to keep track of reality. Before he was placed into hospice, he kept complaining about a man being in his house. He'd say this man would come around at night, taking his things and using his stuff. Grandma, of course, kept reassuring him, "There's no one here but me." But my grandfather wouldn't let it go. His doctor eventually increased his medications because his grip on reality was slipping so badly. Fast forward to my grandfather's funeral. A man showed up, a man most of the family didn't know. Only a few people recognized him. Turns out, he was an old friend of my grandmother's who had come by to show his support. In a small town like ours, it wasn't unusual for someone random to show up at a funeral, especially if they'd known the person at some point. So, we didn't think much of it. About a year later, though, Grandma let it slip, she was seeing someone. Yep, the guy from the funeral. At this point, it wasn't too strange. They'd started talking at church, and we all thought it was sweet. But then, a bit later, sweet, innocent old Grandma casually mentioned something shocking. It's their 3rd anniversary. Grandpa had only been dead for 2 years. That's when the pieces started falling into place. This man, Grandma's boyfriend, was the one Grandpa saw in the house every night. He was real. He was the reason my grandfather thought he was losing his mind. He was the reason everyone dismissed Grandpa's complaints, the reason his medications were increased so much that he spent the last year of his life as a shell of himself. Grandpa complained about a man in the house before he died. Turns out, it was Grandma's boyfriend.